Chick-fil-A is trash, bro. Alright, people, as you see, I recently had some Chick-fil-A. I don't really eat Chick-fil-A a lot. I see people talking about it all the time. I had a spicy Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and I'm going to tell you my opinion, which you probably already know, compared to the Popeyes chicken sandwich. I'll get to that now, and then I'll talk about lawn care stuff later. Anywho. So, like I said, I don't really go to Chick-fil-A. The only thing I really ever had from Chick-fil-A was the chicken biscuit in the morning or the chicken nuggets. You know, I get those. My daughter gets the chicken nuggets all the time. I steal a few, whatever. I don't really go to fried chicken places. I don't really like fried chicken. I'm like, I'll eat like wings, but not unbreaded wings, like Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever. But I don't really like breaded chicken. I feel like it's too fattening. It's flour, you know, chicken dipped in flour or whatever. Anywho, I don't really go to KFC. I don't really go to Chick-fil-A. I don't really go to Popeyes, none of the chicken places. But I went and I tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich because it was a bit crazy about it. I waited till after the rush was down and there's nobody in the Popeyes. I went and got one, and it was pretty good. I said it's probably the best chicken sandwich I ever had. But at the time, I had never tried the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. So recently, I went with my wife, my daughter. They wanted Chick-fil-A. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try this spicy chicken sandwich. I saw it on the menu. I said, give me a spicy chicken sandwich, no tomatoes. So that's what I got. Bruh. Anybody who made a video when they was doing this Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes chicken sandwich, and they said that the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich was better than the Popeyes sandwich, bro, y'all are liars, bro. Like, I will forever look at these people as liars, bro. There's no way. It's number one, the bun. The bun is like a regular great value hamburger bun that you would get out of Walmart. And then the chicken patties, the spicy chicken patty is not as good as the regular chicken from Chick-fil-A, I don't think. Trash, bro. What else been going on, bro? Oh, public service announcement, people. If you are out here cutting wet grass, for goodness sakes, raise your deck. Please, I'm begging you, bro. I am tired of driving past these yards with piles and piles of grass in it, bro. Like, at what point were you cutting this yard and your lawnmower's just spewing out clippings, and at no point did you like, oh, maybe I should raise my deck up. Maybe I'm cutting it too low. Maybe it's too wet. Raise your deck up, bro. It's simple. People say, oh, the grass is wet. Raise your deck up. Oh, the grass is tall. Blah, blah, blah. Raise your deck up, please, bro. That's all you gotta do, bro. That's all you gotta do. Simple. Y'all making this complicated, bro. It's grass. Y'all making this complicated. What else I see? Shout out to my man Jake, the lawn care kid. I recently saw, I don't know if this was a recent video or it just popped up, but he was talking about people watering dormant grass. And I understand where his video was coming from. He was saying that people are trying to water their grass out of dormancy, which is true. Like, you can't water your grass out of dormancy. If it's too hot, if it's too cold, and the grass is dormant, there's nothing you can do to bring the grass out of dormancy. But, side note with that, Jake, I wouldn't tell people not to water their grass when it's dormant, especially in the hot side. If it's on the cold side, like it's winter time and dormant, it's done. Stop watering it. But, so now I have to break it down for people who don't know about grass. So if you're a cool weather grass like Kentucky 31 fescue, after the temperature gets consistently over 85 degrees, grass goes dormant. It starts to brown, but it doesn't mean it's dead. It's just dormant, it's hibernating or whatever. If you have warm weather grass, they can go up to like 95 degrees, but consistently, it has to be consistent over 95 degrees before that starts to go dormant. Usually, you don't really see warm weather grass go dormant in heat. But say you have cool weather grass, it gets into the 90s, it's gonna start to go dormant. I would suggest still watering your lawn, and you're not watering your grass. Like Jake says, you're not going to water your grass out of dormancy, because it's not going to come out of dormancy until the temperature comes back down into the 80s. But what you are doing is you're feeding the roots. You're keeping the soil wet, because what happens is when it gets real hot, then the soil starts to dry up. And so if you stop watering it completely and while it's in dormancy in the hot side, then your soil is going to dry up, it's going to get hard, and then when the grass tries to come out of dormancy, it's going to be in dry, hard soil. You know what I mean? So that's why I would suggest keep watering it. You know, that's just a note I saw with Jake's video. What else I saw? Petty Eddie. Me being petty, bro. I cut a yard today. I tried to take a picture, but it wasn't a good picture, so I'm gonna have to explain what I did. So it's this yard, right? And the customer, they cut their grass probably like a week ago, but then they left a little strip of grass that it was still in their yard. And not only could you tell it was still in the yard because they have a fence, right? And the fence was lined up, right? But this little strip of grass from their fence was like over in their yard. And they left it there like I was gonna cut it. But I did. I went straight past that grass. Meow. And I left a nice little mohawk right on the property line. But like, bro, like you know, like you have a fence, like you know where your property line is. Like if you can't tell where your property line is, I will be happy to show you by leaving a nice mohawk on your property line, a nice mohawk of grass. Now you know people gotta learn. This is just me being helpful, you know. Maybe it's not me being petty, maybe I'm being helpful, and maybe he just didn't know where his property line was. I'll be happy to show you. Oh, speaking of property lines, bro, let me tell you this. If y'all remember back, Crazy Customer, maybe if I put the link up at the top, I talked about earlier this year, he got a fence put in like right at the beginning of the season. And he told me, I went and asked him, I said, are you going to be trimming around your fence. Because I have a thing about that, right? My thing is, I hate when people put up fences, like privacy fences, and then they don't trim the outside. Because, bro, you have created more trimming. Like, if I'm cutting the yard, I've been cutting the yard for 2 years, there's been no fence in between these 2 yards. You put up a privacy fence, but you only trim the inside of your fence. You don't come on the outside and trim your fence. You created this trimming. Just because it's on the outside of the fence doesn't mean it belongs to the neighbor. It still belongs to you. So like, I feel like you causing extra work for me, and I feel bad. Like, I feel like I don't want to charge the customer more to trim this fence that this neighbor put up. Anywho, that's my thing about fences. He was like, I asked him, I said, you gonna trim along your fence? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of my property. Long as you don't come messing up my fence, we won't have no problems. I was like, whoa, calm down, sir. This was still when I was still a policeman too. I was like, calm down, sir. Yeah, last year. So, anywho, I don't know. Did I tell y'all the time I hit the fence? Oh gosh, one time I hit the fence and he was outside, bro. It was with time when my Gravely was down, right? And I had to use my Mustang, right? And so what I'll do with my Mustang is I'll take the chute off and I'll use it like a regular mower, right? But it has the hood to the bagging system on the back. And sometimes, like, you know, when I turn, it kind of swing out and I get my my distance wrong or whatever, and it'll hit a tree, hit a fence or whatever. Coincidentally, bro, I'm going along this dude's fence. He's in his backyard, right? I go to turn and I hear it rub up against the fence. Now, it's like a cast iron fence. It's like a cast iron fence with the stakes. So it rubbed up like and so I didn't even look back, bro. Like, that's one thing, and that's another thing, bro. I'm not telling y'all to be how to be criminals or whatever, but one thing about getting away with stuff is not looking guilty, you know. Like, if you kick up a rock and you hear it hit a car or you hear it hit a house or whatever, and the first thing you do is like, and you look, then you're gonna automatically look guilty. But if you hear it kick up, and like, say the customer outside or whatever, you hear that pop, keep on trimming, like you didn't hear that, and then when you get at a safe angle or safe distance, kind of like look out the corner of your eye to make sure you ain't break nothing. I'm giving y'all tips with this tipsy talk, people. This should be a tip. C talk. You get it? Tip. Anywho, that's what I did with the dude, right? I knew I hit the fence. And I'm like, shit. I was like, oh crap. You know, so I'm like, and I could hear him yelling over the mower, hey! Hey! And I'm like, I act like I don't even know what he's talking about. Huh? And so I cut off my mower. You hit my fence! You hit my fence! I'm like, I did? Oh, I'm sorry. And he was like, oh man, you gonna make me come unhinged. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. I mean, what do you want me to do? I said, I don't see any damage. I didn't know I hit it. Blah, 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 blah. Anywho, I just had to get y'all up to date with what's going on. Fast forward past all the craziness with this crazy neighbor. he didn't take care of his side of the fence. Like with the first few months, well, last year I would say, I forget, he could put it up last year. Or was it yeah, it had to be last year. Last year he pretty much sprayed it the whole year. This year he kind of started spraying it at the beginning of the year, but then he let it get away. So grass was taller than the fence. It's about a 4-foot fence. Grass was 5 foot tall. So he let it get away, and my customer went over there to talk to them because, of course, you know, she wanted me to cut down the grass growing up past the fence because it's getting unsightly for her on her side. And so, but she didn't want me to do it until she talked to the people. So she went to talk to the people, and the wife was saying, yeah, my husband let it grow up because your kids was climbing on the fence. Number one, I don't believe their kids was climbing on the fence. And number two, she said, well, why didn't you tell me? I did. She said, what, how, when? She said, I told them to tell you or to come get you or something. And she's like, bruh, like, we're adults. Like, you need to come over and knock on my door. Like, don't send kids to tell me stuff, you know. So, with that being said, you know, we confirmed that the wife is crazy too. And so, she gave me the okay to cut it. So I cut it, right? So as I'm going down the fence line, cutting, I get to where these stakes are for, you know, the property line, you know. And I figured they just mark those, put those stakes there just to mark, you know, where the property line is. They're about 5 or 6 inches from the fence. So what I do, like I said, it's a cast iron fence. So it has like the, you know, the post, and then it has 2 posts, top and bottom, right? So on the bottom post, I pull out the stake, lay it, put it on their side of the fence, and just lay it on the fence, right? So it's basically right there, and you know, whatever. So it's 2 of them. I did that to 2 of them so I can trim it, right? I forgot to put the stakes back. Oh my goodness. So my customer calls me and says, they said that you moved the stakes and they're gonna sue me if I don't put them back where they were. And so she says she's gonna call a surveyor to come, and I'm like, bro, like, no. Like, I'm telling my customer, no, why are you paying money for their craziness? I'm like, they can't sue you for moving 2 sticks. Like, it's 2 stakes. If they want to know where their property line is at, look at their fence. They got a fence. Like, the fence is on their property line. So I'm like, I asked my customer, I said, what happened to the original stakes? Like, she said, I don't know. And so I'm like, so like, you know, 2 weeks go by, I come back, you know, the stakes are exactly where I left them, bro. And my customer comes, I'm like, the stakes are right there. What are they tripping about? I don't know. She said, I called a survey company. They're going to come out and survey it for free because they said, you know, this is petty and blah, blah, blah. So the survey companies look out for her. And so I'm like, do you want me to stick the stakes back in the ground? I mean, they're right there. I mean, I see the hole that I pulled it out. Like, I literally see the stake sitting there. And I see the hole. And I'm like, she's like, no, just leave it alone. Let the surveyors come out. That's petty, bro. I be saying I'm petty sometimes. These people is petty, bro. Sometimes when you do like a whole bunch of too much pettiness, it makes your life petty. Oh gosh. What else been going on, bro? I need to make some more Gator Blade videos, bro. People out here talking greasy about the Gator Blades, bro. I am sorry. I apologize if you do not know how to cut grass, bro. Like, I'm sorry. The Gator Blades work for me. Like, literally, I wanted to sharpen them today, and I wouldn't have touched them, and I'm like, they're kind of sharp. They're not, you know, they're not too sharp, but they could be sharpened, but I didn't really have time. So I went out and cut with them, and yeah, they could have been better, but I was still destroying these yards, bro. The thing about Gator Blades, I will say, the bad thing, one of the bad thing, Gator Blades have to be sharp in order for it to be very effective. The reason I say that is that because Gator Blades' whole design and purpose, in my eyes, is to cut and shoot it out. Cut, shoot it out. Cut it, shoot it out, right? So, if the blade is not sharp, when it cuts and shoots it out, you know, that cut is not going to be as clean. When in high lift blades, well, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain. I'm sitting here like I know about blades, but I feel like high lift blades, even when they're dull, because they're cutting the grass and kicking it up in the deck, it's chopping the clippings up finer. But you're gonna have to go over it more times. Like Gator Blades is 2 times you're done, especially if they're sharp, you know. So yeah, Gator Blades. I got a couple new things. Maybe I'm doing new gear on deck. I think I want to do a video this winter time on like all the upgraded equipment that I got over the summer, needs and wants, you know. And then also, I think I'm gonna do reviews on like all the stuff I got. My Atlas chainsaw, my tiller. I don't think I did the review on the tiller. I might have. I got it last year. My boots, the Cujos, you know, stuff like that, bro. So, anywho, look out. I'm gonna try to do some recording this week. I got 2 more days of cutting, Thursday and Friday, and then hopefully I'll have a video up on Saturday. Let me know in the comments on this video if you want me to do some more Gator Blade videos or what type of video you would like to see on Saturday. And thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Yes, sir.